So we're out here today in a different area of town. It's a lot quieter today. There's not a lot of people around because it's Monday, so everyone's back at work. I've got the day off, so I'm laughing. The thing about living down here on the coast is that you're going to get some of those sea winds, and when they hit, and they're going to hit, doesn't matter the season, because a lot of them are coming straight from Antarctica. They are brutal. They are like razor blades. People don't think about that when they think about Australia, that there's not a lot between Antarctica and here. You know, it's kind of funny because on the weekends this town can be quite active, you know, but on the weekdays it just goes back to being dead, except for the locals. So, and all of that can be attributed to a couple of different things. For example, no nightlife here except a single pub. Oh, and I suppose you've got a wine bar as well, but since COVID's happened, both of those have been significantly quieter, as you can imagine, especially with the restrictions. What else? So almost no nightlife. There's a couple of things holding this town back from its full potential. The first of which is a lack of nightlife. That's going to be a huge factor for younger Australians and for anyone that visits, I suppose. Another thing is a lack of any real retail stores. Like, there's no chain stores, just a couple of grocery stores and things like that. There's not a huge amount of activities outside. I mean, you can go over to the island on the ferry, but you do that a couple of times and then, yeah, that's it. So there's not a huge amount of activities. Despite all of that, there are some huge positives. The first of which is how beautiful it is down here. That's obviously a huge positive. There's a skate park, there's playgrounds, so for younger children in particular, that's pretty good, that's a positive. But as far as activities go for everyone, it's lacking, it's sorely lacking. I honestly believe an internet cafe would be cool down here. Not necessarily for me, but in general. A go-kart track or something like that, you know, one of those supervised race tracks, because there's plenty of spaces for them. A legitimate bar, not a sort of a pub setting, that has its place and it's all well and good. It's run by great people, but I'm talking about more like a youth-focused bar. Something more upscale and similar to what you would find in the city. Not that I drink, but still. You know, I'm watching the YouTube. We're back again in our favourite little spot. We're actually meant to get 200 mil of rain this week, Will we actually get that much rain? I doubt it, but it could happen, and we could even see some floods down here. So it's going to be an interesting week. Maybe I'll get some time off of work because of the floods. Who knows? I'll just have to play it by ear. You can probably tell it's nowhere near as bright and sunny at the moment, and it's probably going to be grey for the next few days. Like, there is no clear sky whatsoever up here. It's very grey, very gloomy. It's been a couple of hours now and it's just gotten more grey. I'm probably going to have to cut the video relatively short at some stage just because it's going to start pissing down. And then I'm going to have to get inside, and then I prefer recording outside for some reason. Like, it just seems, I just feel like Australia is so lightly populated that not a lot of people actually see Australia or how it really is, so I prefer like capturing it that way. My girl just got home from work, so we're probably gonna go hang out, and later on we'll watch some TV and eat dinner together and just sort of live the dream, you know? It's definitely been a blessing and one of the highlights of my life. You know, I could probably talk about anything, you know. I could talk about, it's not the most natural feeling in the world, like talking about something that makes me happy in that way. So I'm not going to talk about it too extensively. I mean, you saw my partner and I in one of my vlogs, one of my earlier vlogs, and you know, I showed off what I wanted to show off, and I'll just sort of leave that there. But that's the part of my life that brings me the most joy and the most happiness, and yeah, you know, that keeps me going. That obviously I keep myself going as well, but it's good having that. It's good having such a solid relationship to fall back on. Everyone needs a solid relationship. People that think they can go alone, they can go life alone, you've got to have help at some stage. As much as I preach about self-sufficiency and whatnot, you do need some help from time to time. Most people can't go alone. Most people can't do things by themselves. You've got to have an assist at some stage. The relationship is a form of assistance, if you think about it. And all of the best, most successful relationships involve working together. And I strongly believe that. As much as we may tend to focus on assertion and dominance or whatever, at the end of the day, you've got to be able to work together and work with people. I think that's pretty important. Anyways, I'm probably going to cut the vlog there. If you've watched any of this, if you've got up to this part, thank you for watching. You know, if you've commented and subscribed or whatever, thank you for that as well. My name is Aussie Marcel, and until the next vlog or fragrance review or whatever, I'll catch you guys around.